Hello, everybody. My name is Cheyenne Alahi, and I thank you for being here today in this evening that you could have been doing anything. I'm a civil rights attorney. I live and work in Irving. And today my heart is a little heavy because I read before coming here that 280 of our brothers and sisters were arrested up in Allen. They were hardworking in a factory, and they were raided by ICE, and they were taken away. So there are 280 families that are grieving tonight. Why do I mention that? Because Allen is not very different from Irving. Because in Irving in 2009, same things happened. Almost 2,400 people were deported from here. On my watch, that will not happen. When people surrounded with guns a local mosque, not a peep out of our city hall. On my watch, that will not happen. When they went after the community, American Muslim community that lives in Irving, there was not any real issue raised by anybody in the city hall. That will not happen. Why is that important? Irving is an economic powerhouse. It's the trajectory of Irving is correct, but it is not becoming one community because the progress that it's getting from the corporations is not being spread all over Irving. We need to stop thinking North and South Irving. We need to start thinking one Irving, one community, and we can do that. Irving has been branded as an Islamophobic city and as a city that deports people. That needs to stop. And this will stop if you elect a progressive, open-minded, inclusive person to the city council like myself. And I will do so, and I promise you that I will speak for all of the people of Irving and not just some. Changes come to DFW, changes coming to Irving. It's more than a suburb, it's a real city. It needs to act like one, and I want to make sure that your voices go up to the city hall. Thank you.
My name is Dinesh Mali. I live in the city for last 17 years. I came from California to retire, and Irving is the best place to retire. I'm doing a lot of community work here. I've been given a lot of opportunities to serve the people. I have served Irving ISD 2015 to 2017. Now I'm trying to go from the school board to City Hall. You know, our mayor has unveiled his dream, what he wants to do with the South Irving. He has given an idea what South Irving will get improvement. You know, we are talking about entire Irving, Valleylands, Las Colinas, but we have to have a South Irving catch up with the other Irving. So this is what Mayor is trying to do. I'm a best qualified person to get his dream come true. I'm a professional engineer. I have done engineering work for the last 40 years. And that's why I would say I'm the most qualified person to replace Mr. Garland here. And I would like you to think and vote for me. There are some issues that there, like a red light camera, I don't like it. I don't like it, the 2.5% cap that the state is trying to put on us. I don't like the other issues where I rather have at most energy come to South Irving, check out the old pipeline and make sure we do not have a gas explosion. So I would like to say I'm the most qualified person for this job. I'll be on the job from day one, and please vote for me. My name is Dinesh Mali.
My name is Saleh, and I've lived in Irving for the past 10 years. My wife and I were born in New York City, and for the past 23 years or so, we've lived in the state of Texas. 3 of our children were born right here in the state of Texas, and obviously have grown. One of them is now going to school as pre-med. We are seeing exponential growth in Irving, and I'd like to contribute towards such growth with this economic growth and diversity that we continuously see here in the city. So my reason for running is to take Irving forward. Therefore, as a public servant, I'll work towards public safety and infrastructure. I want to take Irving to the next level for attracting international business. Right now in the city of Irving, we have about 5 to 6 sister cities that happen to be European cities. And I'd love to see that we branch out to the Southeast Asia and perhaps Africa and also the Middle East. We know how Irving is thriving, but we still need to do a little bit more of that work. And if elected, I'll work with the mayor and the team at City Hall to revitalize South Irving and create opportunities for local jobs. We all know that South Irving, compared to the north of 183, is not thriving as much. And so we need to do something about that. As I said, Irving is a thriving city, and we all know that, but we need to embrace this diversity that comes with Irving. And my goal and commitment is to represent this diversity, to bring about respect, synergy to our city or this beloved city of ours called Irving. I will use every resource to my disposal to make Irving a signature city in DFW. And I look forward to your support in voting me in Irving City Council this coming May. Thank you so much.
My name is Jesse Kohler, and I'm running for City Council, Place 2. But I've lived in Irving for most of my life. But after 9/11, I answered the call to serve my country, where I became a platoon sergeant in the 82nd Airborne Division, where I have 3 combat tours, 2 in Iraq and 1 in Afghanistan. But other than jumping out of perfectly good airplanes, as an airborne infantryman, I also worked in intelligence gathering and analytics. And I also represented the United States as its liaison for the Provincial Coordination Center. You know, people ask me why I'm running. Simple answer. Because I care about Irving. I care about my community. And I want to make a meaningful contribution to this city. I look around at all the great people who have built this city. And us youngins, we're merely dwarves that stand on the shoulders of giants. And I salute you for the contribution that you've made to our great city. And as a strong American, conservative, and starch Christian values, and my happy home life, my military professional experience, I believe has helped shape me to be a public servant who will continually add value to our community. And we have a great set of candidates here, and it may be a daunting decision, but keep it simple. Vote for the one you can trust. Trust to represent you, trust to keep you safe, and trust with your hard-earned tax dollars. I appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Quick little thing here. I'm just going to go. Started out personal here. I was born and raised in Irving. Wasn't a hospital in Irving at the time. I've been raised in Irving. Lived here 56 years. Went to MacArthur High School. Had 7 kids in the family. We all went to Mac. Raised 3 children. All 3 went to MacArthur. And my oldest son, I have 2 beautiful granddaughters with him. Lives in Minnesota. My middle son is in the Navy. He is a petty officer, air traffic controller on the aircraft carrier Dwight D. Eisenhower. He's out at sea right now. My youngest son is 18. He's living with me, going to college with me right now. Kind of fun to go to school together. But I've been in Irving, like I said, 56 years. I was appointed to the Planning and Zoning Commission in 1999. I served until 2004 on the P&Z. And then I was asked to run for City Council. I ran for City Council in 2004, place 3 right here in this district. And I won the election. I was kind of shocked. I won. That's a 1-year term because a gentleman had stepped down, so I ran again the following year and won that term. So I served a total of 7 years, actually, on place 3. After that, I decided I've had enough, so I stepped down. I didn't run again. I could have run again in the 3rd term. I did not run again. I stayed out, took care of my family and my business. And then they asked me 2 years later to come back and run again, so I ran for place 2, and I was elected to place 2. So I've served 2 terms, place 2, that's at large, the entire city. I love what I do. During this time, I retired from UPS. I was 30 years in operations management. I worked nights and went to city council during the day. That was pretty tough. But I've served on Irving Cares Board, YMCA Board, and now serving the Salvation Army Board. I served the DFW Airport Board. I've been very involved in the city. I go to about every function there is. It's a full-time job. I go to every single function. But I do it, and the diversity of Irving is great. I'm able to meet everybody in the community. I get to see everybody, go to all the different events, different cultures, learn about different cultures. But I love this city. I've lived here my entire life. My kids are here. I want my kids to stay. And thank you for giving me the time to speak.